Well, would you look at that? It seems like a lot has been added in this update. And I'm actually kind of surprised, since I did expect that, since it is New Year's Eve, maybe the updates would be smaller because, the devs would be planning to, visit family or something. But I mean, hey, maybe they managed to, speedrun this over the past week or something. I don't know. But let's, I guess, go ahead, let's jump into all of this and let's see how much stronger we're going to get. Since right now, I believe I'm on the leaderboards. Yep, top 48. Let's see if we can get top 1. Also, feel free to like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Supports the channel. But anyways, enough of yap. Let's jump into this. Alright, so up here on the update log, we have some addition and changes. You can now buy the battle pass with emeralds, which is really good, especially for the free-to-play players. But as well, not only that, you can also get 1 new scrap power inside of the West Ward. There is also a new title, 4 new ranks, a bunch of yen upgrades, and even more additions in the Cursed Academy, such as 1 new power, the Sorcerer's power, 1 new trainer, a brand new game mode, and even some more achievements to go along with it. Now, at the end of the update log, we have some quality of life changes, such as a new sword system in the inventory, some improvements in performance, and that seems to be the major things of the update. Let's start off by checking out this new sword system, because if it is what I think it is, that is so good. Okay, so we have 2 buttons up here, equip best and organize. So if I go to organize and press mastery, damage, rarity. Okay, this is really helpful. It's a bit of a shame that they didn't give us the ability to organize them based on how many tokens that you have. But I guess since a lot of the keys and whatever are kind of legendary or mythical and whatever, this is still pretty good. Now, I am seeing over here that apparently I can rank up, but obviously I don't want to waste time, by ranking up too early, just like last update. So let's lock in and let's head on over to the scrap power. So is this going to be a mastery or a damage gacha? No, it is going to be something entirely different. Okay, this is interesting. So we can get different rarities, and we can also level them up. So I'm going to assume that in order to get a better rarity, you need to reach the max level. Now, how exactly we get these tokens? It seems like the medium enemies drop them, I think. Is this it? Yeah, Sorcerer's Fragment 2. Not entirely sure why it's called that. I'm pretty sure it's just meant to be called Scrap Fragments, but it's fine. So the medium guys drop it. What about the easy enemies? The easy enemies do not, I believe they do not. Oh, they drop Sorcerer Fragments 1. Oh, I get it now. So for the first level, most likely we're going to be needing, these first fragments. Then once we reach level 10 and, evolve it to a different rarity, we will need the fragments from the medium enemies. And then obviously that will continue to hard, the boss, the emperor, and maybe even the secret. I'm pretty sure that's how it's supposed to work. Yeah, right now we only need Sorcerer Fragments 1, so I guess we'll AFK this on the side and then, we'll start upgrading it. Now, in the meantime, we have a bunch of other upgrades that we can unlock. For example, the yen upgrades. Are these finally going to be expensive? No, they're still going to be in the sextillions, which means that you can immediately max them out, especially if you're in the last world. But as well, not only that, I'm pretty sure we also have a new title as well, which is probably going to be helping us out just a tiny little bit. So, King of Curses, it is going to be increasing by 100% mastery, 10% yen, and 10% damage. So once again, it's not going to be any game-changing boost, but you might as well get it since it's still going to be helping you out. Now, if we want to go ahead and get top 1, we are probably going to need to go ahead and unlock the Sorcerer's power and as well the trainer. So having a look over here, right, we have the gacha and the trainer just like mentioned, but we seem to have the same type of system as before. Again, probably Sorcerer Fragments 1, you head on over to the easy enemies, take them out a ton, and then obviously you can start leveling up. But when it comes to getting a better rarity, I still don't know if it's, for example, if we reach level 10, it will automatically upgrade. It seems like this update is leaving quite a lot of questions, and I don't want to accidentally, do a mistake, because if we do a mistake, we can say bye-bye to top 1. Let's start off by probably saving up a bunch of these fragment tokens, whatever you want to call them. Let's pop on maybe a drops potion and also make sure I have my drops relic. Yeah, there we go. That is now equipped. So let's get started on the grinding. Let me see if it's possible to increase my drops even by an extra 1%. Yes, we can. And yeah, I guess I'll probably be catching you guys in around a few minutes. Alright, so quick update. I was told that apparently we should probably start off in the Jujutsu Kaisen world, since for some reason, I think a lot of this stuff is kind of more broken than it's supposed to be. For example, look over here, there's a cursed weapons gacha, and again, it's a whole mastery gacha, but this isn't the broken part. What is broken is that apparently the game mode, the Sorcerer's Defense over here, it's ridiculously easy or something. Yeah, to be honest, I'm not entirely sure what's going on. I have a feeling that there might be some stuff that is a little bit unbalanced, or maybe just like, I don't know, completely unexpected. I guess we'll just have to go ahead, you know, let's quickly maybe get like a decent cursed weapon, right? Like, for example, I don't know, should we just quickly aim for like legendary? Yeah, legendary should be good for the time being, and let's, I guess, go ahead and jump into this. So you do not have sorcerer's keys. So let's go ahead and quickly craft one. So it should be over here for relatively cheap. So let's just, I don't know, exchange that. And maybe it's just something else like Shadow Essence as well. And now let's craft this key. So it's 500 each, just like all of the others. And now that we're in here, we can actually have a little bit of a chill pill and just see what we can, I guess, get from this now. So 5%, 5%, 5%. Okay, a lot of these boosts are actually relatively like meh. For some reason, this one's 1% as well. Okay. Here's another 1%, 5%, 10%. So it seems like you're meant to be able to immediately defeat the Sorcerer defense because none of these boosts are anything crazy, you know? Alright devs, if you want to give us some free boosts, who am I to complain? But yeah, once we go ahead and wrap this up, I don't think there's really anything else we can do. Like right now, a lot of the new gachas and whatever, we mostly need, you know, tokens for them if we want to go ahead and, you know, immediately max them out. So for the time being, I'll AFK here, I'll get to wave 200, you know, we'll claim absolutely all of the achievements. And then from there, let's go ahead and let's try and... I mean, we could technically just go ahead and rank up now. I mean, I don't really mind doing that. Yeah, maybe it's for the best because I have a feeling in the end we should do that so then we can get back on the leaderboard. So the next one's going to be 3.38 QUI, and it doesn't look like it's going to be taking that long since we get around 1 QUA every like 5 seconds. So this is definitely going to be a really easy next few rank ups. Let's just get to grinding. I'll see you guys soon. Okay, so first up on things to do in order to max out this update is going to be claiming all of the new achievements. So let's start claiming this one by one. But have a look at my energy, right? So we're at 35.7. And then once we go ahead and claim all of these achievements, the final mastery gain is going to be at around 36.79 TRI. So it's nothing too crazy. But in the end, a boost is a boost, especially when you go ahead and pair up that tiny boost with potions. The difference will definitely show itself. But anyways, in the meantime, it seems like the next thing that we can go ahead and do is probably AFK on one of these sorcerer power thingies. I mean, we might as well go ahead and max out the first one over here and get it all sorted. Especially since, you know, I ranked up, so like all of my saved up energy is kind of useless, meaning that I won't be able to like one-shot a lot of the people in the Westward. So I'll start off over here in the Cursed Academy, whatever you want to call it. We can also start working on this quest since we need to take out apparently 5k Mahitos and then we'll unlock the trainer. Seems like every step towards our plan is slowly falling into place. So let's pop on the drops potion once again and I will probably see you all this time more than 5 minutes later, probably more like 20 to 30 minutes. Huh, well this is interesting. So the game shut down, right? So like I decided, okay, so they reset the achievements again for whatever reason. I guess that's cool and whatever since some achievements now are better. For example, equip stars, we get one at wave 100 and even over here, one extra star open. I mean, that's cool. But apparently this JJK raid now has powers and for some reason I've already gotten the secret. I didn't even know this had like powers. Is this recent? I swear this wasn't here. Well, that explains why my power is so OP now. 138 TRI per click. That is absolutely wild. let's, I guess, start claiming these achievements once again. Let's see how far it is gonna go up now. So, boom, boom, boom. I just realized, by the way, we're gonna be getting a ton of damage as well, which is probably gonna be, like, really helping us out. So, 147 TRI. Let me swap over to damage, so then now that way, we get as far as possible within this raid. And also, by the way, when it comes to the Sorcerer powers, I am 1 level off. We also only need like 100 tokens as well, so this should be a very quick max out. And then probably, I'm unfortunately gonna have to end off the video here, since, you know, it is New Year's Eve, I have plans with family, so I can't exactly stay up late and whatever, you know, playing the game. Don't worry though, I'm still going to be cooking on the side. Maybe I'll make some kind of grinding video tomorrow when I go ahead and, you know, max out everything. Or maybe I'll just go ahead, max out everything, and then upload my long-awaited video that people have been begging me for. My mastery guide, you know, to explain every single boost, so then everyone knows exactly how I get strong. Yeah, probably I'll go with the second option, since I think you guys would end up enjoying that more. But anyways, let me just go ahead and let me leave this. I mean, I'm not really interested in getting 5% extra damage right now. For the time being, I want to grind mastery, and let's finally get the final level all sorted. So let's place my flag here. Let me AFK over here. And let's see once and for all if my theory is right. Is this the way how you increase this rarity, or did I just waste my time upgrading some random R common? Let's finish this. So 3, 2, 1, and it is now maxed out. And in order to get the next one, we need 500 tokens in order to evolve it. So thankfully I didn't waste my time. But yeah, apart from that though, ladies and gentlemen, I don't think there's really much left to showcase. Once again, I do apologize if this video is very short, or you wanted me to do a little bit, you know, more grinding on camera. As I said, time is very limited since, you know, it is New Year's Eve. Highly recommend, by the way. No one's gonna get angry at you if you decide to take the day off for 2 or like a week or whatever to spend time with family for, you know, the last bit of the Christmas holidays. This moment literally comes only once per year, and I don't want any of you all to end up feeling like regretful for, you know, spending it like on a Roblox game rather than with family or friends or, you know, whoever you enjoy like drinking or going out with. In the end, it's not like the game is going to be disappearing, you know, over the next day or two, so if needs be, take that time off. No one's gonna get like judge you or anything. But obviously, in terms of me, I guess I kind of do need to stay on, at least AFK wise, because if I fall behind, then content gets slower. And if content gets slower, then things are gonna be hell for me. Don't worry though, I'm gonna be chilling with my family. If needs be, I'll be controlling my character from my phone every around like 30 minutes or something, just to make sure that, you know, I didn't like disconnect. But apart from that though, I wish you all the best of luck when it comes to grinding out this update. Hopefully you will get very, very strong, and you might even get on the leaderboard yourself. For example, right now, I am now top 26, and technically I could definitely be much higher if I popped on my potions. But right now, you know, I'm saving those. Right now, it's not worth using potions because a lot of them would end up going to waste, since at the moment there is no way I can compete with the pay-to-win side, since, you know, they have all of the stuff from like this Christmas pack, and unless I, you know, fork out how much Robux you need to max this out, well, there's just like that extra 10, 20, 30% of a boost along with a bunch of potions that I pretty much can't overcome. So yeah, I'll just wait until the next best things are in an exclusive pack, and then, you know, I'll just buy it with some gems. But anyways, let's evolve this sorcerer power thingy, so then we can end off the video, I guess, by seeing what happens once, you know, you do it. There we go. We can now go ahead and upgrade this past 50%. And in this case, since I was AFKing on 2 enemies at once, I can just spam this so many times. Yeah, now we're level 7 out of 15. So another thing to keep in mind is that the max level is also going to be increasing. So yeah, this is probably going to be another 24-hour grind. Whatever, I'll suffer in the meantime. Enjoy your New Year's. Love you all. What a way to end off 2025. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.